world is coffee. Back with some hip hop news, man. Whole lot to cover. And it seems, based on reports coming out with this whole YSL Rico case and Gunna's, recent Alfred plea, that reports are indicating that individuals may have been jumping the gun a bit, calling Gunna a rat. But it still seems a bit confusing to me, so I need to know what y'all think. We got a lot of other ish as well, but kicking it right off, man, first things first. Speaking of court cases and rappers, etc., man, once again, RIP xxxtentacion. Comment and let me know if y'all fucked with this dude, man. My sons, they grown, you know what I mean, in their 20s and all that. But when X was really blowing up, they were huge fans of this dude. Like, this dude's career was crazy. It felt like he just came up, blew the fuck up, and, was killed all within a year or two. I don't know the exact time frame. Y'all remember that whole situation when he was performing on stage and someone rushed the stage and like Goldberg speared him? That ish was crazy, man. But his murder took place back in 2018 and the case still hasn't seen court yet. That's wild, right? That's 4 years. I'm surprised it's been postponed this long with all these motions and everything, I guess, trying to get ready for trial. But what's wild here, man, I don't know if you guys saw these reports hitting the blogosphere that the Migos, Drake, Joe Budden, and there may be more rappers, have been listed as possible witnesses by the defense. So when you see that, you're like, yo, what in the fuck is going on? How can this be? Well, what do they got to do with that case? You know what I mean? He was killed in Florida, more or less. I'm not saying it's the whole story, but like some dudes from around the way or whatever saw him pull some money out of an ATM when he was vehicle shopping or something like that, right? Like, what the fuck do Drake and these other cats got to do with the case? Well, basically, the prosecutors are saying this is all more or less like a stunt, because they got all their pieces lined up properly to convict these guys that are accused, alleged, to have killed X. They're in a desperation act. The defense is going to more or less play into some internet drama, some rumors, some stuff that was actually picked up by blogs. And that's, if you guys recall, there was like a beef between Drake and X, over a song or something like that. If someone wants to comment and elaborate more on the beef, there's tons of videos out there detailing their back and forth beef. It was wild. Y'all remember X posted a picture of pause. I'm not even going to get into it, but we'll just say someone who looked like Drake involved in some pause like ish. We'll leave it like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Do you guys remember that? That was some whole other ish, man. He also posted something saying, if anyone ever kills me, I'm snitching right now. It was Champagne Pop. He added Drake and everything on the gram, and said, if I get killed in the future, Drake did it. Now, obviously, when it comes to the blogosphere and conspiracies and things like that, there's, been a lot of discussions and narratives regarding all this. And I guess the defense, again, the prosecutors say this is just some stunt, that they're desperate. They're actually going to play into this and, list them as witnesses. Can y'all believe that? But who knows if it'll actually go that far, because the reports, legal analysts are saying, even though they're being put on the possible witness list, doesn't necessarily mean they'll actually be, called to court and all that. I don't know. This is crazy, man. Like, if the case is that bad where you're trying to just use blogs as a defense, man, they might as well just take whatever plea the prosecutors offer them or something. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Guys, MYSONNE has been calling for the boycott of Nike over the treatment of Kyrie Irving. He's been constantly moving along, y'all. MYSONNE has been pushing for the boycott of Nike over the treatment of Kyrie Irving. They're going to put out another pair of Kyrie kicks, but they deaded their deal with Kyrie, so they're still going to use his name and collect some brethren. But Kyrie already done said, I have no affiliation with these kicks, but they're going to be called the Kyries, whatever number they're gonna be or whatever in the Kyrie series. But MYSONNE has been consistently pushing this line with this "just don't do it" campaign to boycott Nike, and he's trying to post some alternatives. And this shoe that you're seeing here, it's called Life's Journey. And you know, he was saying, yo, these are some fly alternatives. It's a black owned company. He, you know, Mice already done threw all his Nikes, his Jordans, everything in the garbage. I detailed that in another video, I think in the incinerator. Like, Mice was like, I refuse to even donate these to somebody. Fuck Nike. What do y'all think? And let me know if you guys think them kicks are fly. Would you rock them? Another court update. This is civil court though, 50 Cent. I'm sure, you know, this ain't the first time. This is another update on this case where he's suing this doctor, you know, that owns a spa / plastic surgery clinic. And, you know, they used this picture of 50 Cent where he came into the spa for whatever reason, but they used the picture to promote male enhancement surgery, right? They actually used the picture in, you know, many ads and an article that was titled like "Male enhancement is more common than you think." You know what I mean? With 50 as the poster guy, like it's more popular than you would think. They didn't say it, but they got Fifth on the pick. Like even 50 Cent, you know, your favorite rappers come and flock with us. And then I think they said, and then it was titled, "But BBLs are dying." I don't know. Nonetheless, you know, this has been in the news for a while. Fifth has been suing this doctor. But the update basically here, as this really seems like it's going to be going to trial, you know, because they can't come to any kind of agreement or settlement. But the doctor put in more motions to try to dismiss 50 Cent's lawsuit, but those motions were denied. So again, another update. It looks like we're going to go to trial with this one. This is a crazy, man. It's a crazy situation. When this does hit court, I got a feeling Fifth's going to win. You know, it's a slick-ish the doctor tried to do. Like, picture that, y'all. If you were a celebrity, you just go tap in somewhere and they use your picture in a whole nother way like that. You know what I mean? I would be hot about that ish personally, you know, but I don't know. Motion to dismiss was denied, so looks like it's gonna go to court.
So if somebody gets arrested and gets in trouble and they want a deal, law enforcement officers are all too eager to say, well, tell us about Mr. Williams. Is he involved in this? What do you know about him? That's the problem with this case. It's coming from the word of people who are getting deals to say, yeah, he was there, or I saw him around, or he gave the order, or I heard from someone else he gave the order. That's what this case is about. You're not going to hear any confession of Jeffrey Williams.
So every time there is a potential link to anything, his name comes up.
When you target a human being who's so well known, you make it so easy for the other person to say, oh, you mean I could be released from this location that I don't want to be? All I have to say is, I know something about Jeffrey Williams. That's pretty scary.
Oh, you guys heard that clip there, right? This is where we're getting into the whole update. Like I was saying with Gunna, the world's been reacting, the blogosphere, the hip-hop world, everyone, when we saw Gunna cut this deal. And since then, more YSL individuals have cut deals as well. And there's Young Thug's lawyer saying, this is a BS case. You know, this ain't a real RICO. They're just overcharging people and saying, hey, cut a deal with us. Tell us what Young Thug did. You know, as we have seen some YSL affiliates cooperate, right? They're trying to put Young Thug up under the jail, it seems. Well, when Gunna cut his deal, let me know what you guys thought about what Young Thug's attorney said there. But when Gunna touched down, like Boosie called him a rat. A lot of people have been reacting. Sauce Walker called him out, said use a cold snitch or whatever. As I pointed out in another video, when the mob would get hit with RICO cases, there was times where dudes from the mob would take a plea. They wouldn't even inform on anyone, but just taking the plea and saying that they were a part of Cosa Nostra, you know, because it's supposed to be like a secret society, you know what I mean? Admitting it existed was telling. Like in the mob world, a lot of them cats would be like, yo, it's called an elocution, where they just have to, yes, I was a part of Cosa Nostra. They were like, even if they didn't specifically rat on individuals, just saying that was enough to be considered a snitch in a way. Like, it was very frowned upon. Well, with Gunna's plea, you know, it is very odd as the way it pertains to this case, you know what I mean? Because we already know. He said, yes, I got pulled over. I was a part of YSL. YSL was a gang and a label. You know what I mean? I got pulled over with Young Thug. There was drugs and guns. The drugs weren't mine, right? And he didn't directly say they were thugs, right? But he said, I was a part of this YSL. It was a gang and a label. Again, drugs weren't mine. Guns weren't mine. It's almost like pointing elbows. Like, yo, over here, this guy, not me. You know what I mean? Like, not saying they were Young Thugs, but in a sense saying it. And, you know, the pleas, like, he's got to be truthful. He's got to be truthful, but he doesn't want to be a part of the trial process in any way. And it was a very sweet deal, too, 5 years. But really, it's just time served. As we know, the rest of the sentence is suspended. He's just got to go do community service and speak to people about gangs, etc., in the community and whatnot. Like, it's just a really sweet deal based on the time they're facing. But it's like, you know, is he directly snitching? Well, now legal analysts are saying he's not really snitching. You know what I mean? But it's very confusing. I want to know what y'all think about it. But you know that guy, that Bruce Rivers, the lawyer that reacts to, what's he say? He's going to react to all this self-snitching, YouTube star and all that. He's been on No Jumper and whatnot. He reacted to this where he says did he say this? I don't know if he said this or another legal source, because there's a source close to the case saying Gunna is not actually going to take the stand and testify. The defense or the prosecution doesn't want to call him. And basically that his plea can't be used. And again, this is just sources and people reacting to this who have a legal background saying that, like, his plea, even though he admitted this is a gang, etc., can't be used. It would violate some case law or whatever if his plea is used in other YSL members' cases. I don't know. This whole issue is confusing. But nonetheless, what I'm getting at is these reports are saying that calling Gunna a rat was jumping the gun, that he's not really a rat, that he just, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. But it just says, it's understood that the state is not going to call him as a witness. The source, who wished to remain anonymous due to the ongoing nature of the YSL case, explains that's why the plea agreement is written exactly the way it is, because the whole idea was the state wasn't going to call him, and they didn't want the defense to call him either. If you look at what was said in court, that stops the defense from calling him, but also indicates that he's never going to testify for the state. The source contends that the aim of the plea is to neutralize him and keep him out of the game. But it's just odd that they gave him such a good deal. That's where it's confusing to me. You know what I mean? Like, what do y'all think about this? And then it also, no, that's all that I was going to share with you guys regarding Gunna's plea. But according to these reports and a source, and again, that Bruce Rivers guy reacted, he did a video on it. Let me know if you guys saw it. But what do y'all think? Why did they give him such a sweet deal? Do you think that this is indeed correct, that Gunna? Because again, in his plea, he said, I haven't informed on anyone. I haven't been interviewed by law enforcement. I'm just taking my plea, So I don't know. Tap in. Let me know what y'all think. We still haven't seen Young Thug react in any way, but, which he is locked up, but we've been seeing him tweeting all kinds of ish since he's been locked up. But according to this, Gunna is not a snitch, So let me know what y'all think. I'm up out of here. Thanks for watching. Comment on all these topics. If you're new, that's what we do over here. We talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace.